Credit card is an instrument which I feel is often misunderstood, and that is the reason many are strictly against owning one, or they recommend that if you want to save your money, it's best to stay away from credit cards. Now, like any other tool in life, this is also a financial tool, and instead of avoiding it altogether, the best way would be to know how to use it the right way and take advantage of its benefits. And that's exactly what I will be covering in this video, the two main benefits of owning and using a credit card. So starting off with number one, building your credit history. Every person gets to have a credit history, and what this basically tells about a person is how he or she is when it comes to repaying loans. Now, the way your credit history is checked is it will be seen whether you have any loans, EMIs or credit card payments in the past, and how have you paid them. So if you have paid them on time without any default, then that shows that you are a financially responsible person and can be trusted when you're given any new loan. You are given a score based on your credit history, and this is given by an institution called CIBIL. CIBIL keeps all the information regarding any loan or credit that you have taken in the past from any bank or any financial institution. They know your past dues and whether you repaid them on time or not, and based on that, they give you a particular score. This score ranges between 300 to 900, and if you have a score that's above 700, then it's considered a very good score. Now, first off, why do you need this score, or why do you need to build a credit history? You see, as you might have figured out by now, this is important and it comes to use when you go on to take any new loan. So if you do not have a good CIBIL score, any loan that you are taking, they might charge you a high interest on that loan, or that loan might not even get approved if you have a very bad CIBIL score. Now you might say, I do not need a loan now, so why do I need to build this? That's because you may not need a loan at this point of time, but no one knows what will happen in the future. Maybe 6, 7, 10 years down the line, you decide that you want to take a home loan because you want to purchase a house. At that point of time, if you do not have a good CIBIL score, then that might become an issue. So it's best to stay prepared and start doing this from now, especially when it doesn't take anything from your side except remaining financially disciplined. Now, if you have a credit card and you pay all your dues in time, that obviously says that you are a financially disciplined person. But in order to do that, there are a few things which you need to know when you get a credit card, and why it could be a trap for you if you do not know how to use it the right way. Now, there are 3 points which you need to know when it comes to using a credit card wisely. The first point, and the most important point, and this is probably the reason why people ask to stay away from credit cards, is you should always pay your total amount due in full within the due date. This is like a rule written on stone when you get a credit card, and this is something that you should always follow. I made a short 1-minute video sometime back regarding this. I'll show that now and then I'll come back to this video. So whenever you get your credit card statement, there are 2 amounts which you can pay. One is the total amount due and the other is the minimum amount due. So let's say in the past 1 month, you made purchases worth 1000 rupees using that credit card. Your total amount due would show 1000 rupees and the minimum amount due would show, let's say for example, 200 rupees. So if you pay those 200 rupees, the balance 800 would get carried forward to the next month. Never ever do that. Always pay your total amount due, because the rate of interest that you would incur for that 800 rupees that you're carrying forward is around 3.5 to 4% per month, which converts to around 40 to 45% a year. That's huge and it's completely unacceptable. So if you cannot pay your total amount due, that means you're living above your means, you're spending more than you can afford. So you have to ensure that you use your credit card to purchase only the items that you can afford. If you don't do that, you might end up breaking your credit history before even you start building it, because having a credit card might make you feel like that you have free money, but it's actually quite the opposite. So just follow one rule: always pay your total amount due within the due date. Coming to the second point of using a credit card wisely, keep your credit card away from ATM machines. Do not use your credit card to withdraw cash from ATMs, because when you do this, they immediately charge you an interest which is around 30% per annum, which is ridiculously high. So definitely do not do that. And lastly, try not to exhaust your entire credit card limit every month. So for example, if you get a credit card and they give you a limit of rupees 50,000 on that, do not make purchases of around 47 or 48,000 every month, because even if you pay this amount within the due date entirely, it still shows that you're always in need of money, and this doesn't paint a good picture when it comes to your credit history. Now, there is no fixed percentage as to how much should you purchase every month based on your credit card limit, because there are various other aspects also that come into the picture when coming to your CIBIL score before, but normally it is recommended that you make purchases of around 25 to 30% of your credit limit using that credit card. So if your limit is 50,000, that would be around 12,500 to 15,000 every month. And you also need to avoid having zero expenses on your credit card. Like for many months, you have not used your credit card to purchase anything. Do not do that as well. So just try to maintain a utilization rate between 5% and 30% of your credit card limit every month, and you will be fine. And an easy way to do this would be to link any monthly subscriptions that you already have with your credit card. So if you're paying for your cable or Tata Sky, Dish TV or Amazon, Netflix, Prime or whatever it is, just link that payment with your credit card and automatically you would have some monthly expenses that get reflected against your credit card. So those were the 3 points as to how you should use your credit card. Now the second benefit of actually having a credit card is rewards or gathering points on credit card usage. When you use a credit card, the bank starts giving you points for the purchases that you make. So for example, if I talk about Axis Bank, they call these age points, and they'll give you points for every rupees 200 that you spent, depending on the type of card that you have. These points accumulate for all the purchases that you make, and after a point in time, you would have some points which you can redeem and purchase some stuff that you want. And this is extra money which you are getting for free, which is again awesome. All banks, at least all the popular ones, have some rewards or point system, and this automatically starts happening when you start using your credit card. So to start with, just get a basic credit card that does not have any annual charges and go on to develop that financial discipline of paying all your dues every month. If you think you are able to do that consistently for some months, then maybe you can go ahead and upgrade your card if you want. Otherwise, you might very well continue using the basic one that you have. It doesn't matter that much. If you want to check out as to why US is going across one of its highest inflation in decades, go ahead and click here. And if you want to know why this might be the right time of starting to develop an emergency fund, you can go ahead and click here. That was it for this video. Until the next one, take care, see you, and bye-bye.